Akwaba to Ghana virtually.
Akwaba.
Let me ask you, being a woman in South Africa with a lot of history to share with regards to the fight for independence and all, how independent is your independence for you as a woman in South Africa, a Black woman in South Africa?
Yeah, I feel like that's such a loaded question, especially right now, because
Mm,
we're in very interesting times. I think the COVID-19 pandemic has exposed how our government and I guess the world at large has
mm,
continued to neglect poor Black people.
mm,
And I think that over and above that, with the uprising of the Black Lives Matter movement spilling over
mm,
into the rest of the globe, we find ourselves wondering what the value of Black life is in the eyes of the
mm,
world. And I think that
mm,
this is intensified by the fact that South Africa is experiencing a scourge, and I think it's a pandemic of its own, a pandemic
mm,
of femicide and gender based violence.
mm.
We're at a point now where every single day, at least one body, if not more, is being found of a
Wow,
woman who was murdered and raped and by an intimate partner or someone that she knows.
wow.
And so we are not safe. And I can't talk about independence in a world that
Mm,
continues to try to kill me, in a world where I am landless, in a world where um, I have no value as a Black person and as
mm,
a Black woman. And so I think we really need to reevaluate what freedom means, what independence means, and if these are the countries our forefathers fought for, we need to be very
mm,
ashamed of ourselves, and we need to go back to the drawing board, I
mm.
think.
Wow, 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 wow. This is quite mesmerizing for me to hear, and I believe it's same for most of our audience and viewers. It's rather sad, and we pray things change. And I know it's quite severe in South Africa, and also quite the same in other places too. But our hearts are with you, and we pray things turn around. And I'm glad South Africa has people like you, women like you, who are ready to stand and to speak out and to use your art as an effective tool, as a change tool to turn things around and make things better and see people smile rather than the adverse. So thanks so much. But we'll discuss more, especially on other parts of you. But then we'd like to have a feel of you. For me, I can't wait. I can't wait to have a feel of you. So if you're ready, as I can't wait, please, the floor is yours.
Thank you. And can I just also say thank you so much for having me? Thank you for
Mm,
the space and thank you for inviting me. I feel very honored to be here with your poets. And I feel like, hopefully one day I will touch Ghanaian soil. But for
amen.
now, it feels beautiful to be here.
We
So
look forward to
following
seeing you.
on from MFA, in
Mm,
talking about kind of independence, I'm going to talk about um, this poem is called Waphucu Gumntomnyama. It's half Xhosa, half English.
mm,
And Waphucu Gumntomnyama means we became civilized, but it's the story of how our
mm,
land was stolen and how, you know, white people tell a different story and Black people know a different story.
mm,
They came to expand their nation under the guise of education. These men traveled treacherous seas, crossed barren lands to save the heathens, civilize our people. Babephethe iincwadi ezinemilomo ebomvu nezipili beshumayela ngoKrestu, bathatha umhlaba wethu basinxibisa ibhatyi, sayifunda ke le Bhayibhile, wasindiswa umntu omnyama. On green, fertile soil they settled, built churches and erected crosses. They sold us milk from our cows, grain from our land, found diamonds in our mines, and paid us to dig them up. Ewe ke kwathiwa bazawufika bephethe amaqhosha angenamithusha nebhotile ezinxilisayo, zalithenga eli qhosha, sayisela ke le bhotile, wanxila umntu omnyama. We were civilized now, from Bantustans to crowded hostels. We had bathed now, had salaries and plastic carpets, our roles had changed now from community members to dark holes and broken households. Sasingamaqaba ngoko, kodwa sifundile ngoku basikhupha ezilalini basifaka edolophini sabashiyoronto bethu sawalibala amasiko wethu. Wow! Waphucuka umntu omnyama. Camaka.
Wow. You left me in suspense right there. Thank you so much. That was beautiful, and it felt like watching the whole movie. It felt like watching the whole movie. How you switch voices, switch languages, and when was that Swahili? That was Swahili, right?
No, it's Xhosa. It's Xhosa.
What?
So
Kosa.
Xhosa.
Okay. And anytime you switch to that language, you deepen your voice. What was that to represent a male or something for what reason? I don't get it. And what were you saying on that part mostly?
So both voices are storytelling voices. And so when I grew up and I was listening to storytelling, it was very theatrical. It was always, like, and so I was trying to capture that animation, I guess.
Wow, nice.
And then how white people are perceived to be kind of calm and soothing and very unassuming, except they are very dangerous people. And so I just wanted to capture that.
Wow. Indeed, that's so well. How you switch voices and switch languages and everything. Your gestures and all. Superb, amazing. I'm in love with your art. And
Thank you very much.
we hope to see more of. We hope you share more of your stuff with us. So we also share with our audience and our community here.
Yes, I'd like that very much.
Thank you so much. And what I found fascinating was some of the lines you shared. They sold us milk from our cows and grains from our lands. Wow. And
Found
I found that,
diamonds in our mines. And now we're not allowed to own diamonds in our own countries. If you find a diamond, it belongs to a specific company. It belongs to De Beers or Anglo Gold or something. You cannot own a diamond. Even if you find it, like if you're walking and you just find a diamond.
It's not even yours. Wow.
No.
Trust me, you are a true warrior queen. Thank you so much once again. Thank you so much. It's a great honor. We would like to hear more of you. And you mentioned you are a healer. And I'd like to know more because I feel someone like you are needed in a land that is so much broken. So how have you used your healing prayers to help patch the broken pieces together?
So I'm a trained spiritual healer, and my area of kind of expertise, if you would say that, is healing the Black feminine intergenerational sexual trauma. And so how we carry as women, how we carry sexual trauma in our bodies, and how that manifests in, if you look at the number of women who have miscarriages, the number of women who have stillborns, the number of women who have trouble conceiving, if you look at the number of women who have fibroids, so all the things that we carry in our body that are a result of the sexual trauma that has been inherited from multiple generations, and how do we heal that? And if our bodies can remember trauma, then surely we can teach our bodies how to remember happiness and how to carry that. And so how do we learn that? How do we teach our bodies to remember the good that it has experienced so that we can use that in the time of sickness? So that my body knows how to heal itself, but also my body knows how to get through, to weather tough times, because my body remembers what it felt like to be good and healthy inside it, like how to live well and to live loved.
Wow. So before you share stuff with us, what do you have to say about the nurse and her beautiful piece she just shared?
I think it's beautiful. I think I'm truly touched. It starts with us. It does. It starts with each one of us. And also just, it's a gift to be able to provide healing with your words and with your hands. So just keep doing the wonderful work you're doing. You are seen and appreciated so much.
Nice. All right. So let's have a feel of you.
Okay, so this poem is called Breathing Underwater.
Okay.
I am told my grandmother was a woman of the spirit, that
Mm,
the wind carried her off a cliff, flung her straight into the water
mm,
where I was born.
mm,
Wrapped in the skin of a snake, I stayed underwater for 60 days before I met my mother. In a burning hut on the mountain, she could enter only to fetch me and put me down, was allowed only to feed me, then return me to the fire. I'm told my lungs are made of water, that a snake coils around my spine, and I carry hives of bees inside my breasts. They say when a girl becomes a woman, she must leave her mother's house,
mm,
not be afraid of the wind and the cliff. She must learn to trust her breath under water. Mama and I have never truly touched.
mm.
A God of someone's God has always kept us apart. Her in her prayers, me in the water. Mama.
Done. Wow. Wow, beautiful piece you have right there. Thank you so much. And I feel this piece has more to it. So can you please throw more light on this piece and what
I
inspired it?
think I think we're raised to be at an antithesis
Mm,
with who we are as indigenous people
mm,
sometimes. And so we are taught that God that we don't have God, first of all.
mm,
As black people, as indigenous people, we're taught that God can only look a specific way. And the truth is we have always known God, and there is no competition. God,
mm,
like as in uh, there is no need for us
mm,
to separate ourselves from ourselves in order to serve God. And I
mm,
think this was me coming in, stepping into myself as a spiritual healer, understanding
mm,
that my gifts come from God,
mm,
and God is the creator, and
mm,
the creator who made me. Um, gave me all the blessings of the
mm,
earth, of the water, of fire, of air, and we are able to work with all these elements to heal ourselves, and to heal this land,
mm.
and so we can't separate ourselves from that.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I like what you said. We have always known God, and God is a creator. And I believe as we are all creators too, we are all gods too. Thank you
It's
so much.
true.
Thanks. Can you share another piece with us?
I will.
Mm.
This poem is called Um, well, if you tell me how many more poems I'm going to do, I'm going to, so that I have an idea, because there are two poems that I definitely want to share. And then there's this poem. So, can I do this poem?
Yes, yes. Please go ahead.
Great. So, this poem is called Mama, I'm Burning, and it was
Mm,
written for Fezeka Kwezi Kuzwayo, who is the young woman who was brave enough to stand true in her truth and publicly accuse our former president Jacob Zuma of raping her.
wow.
I'm not going to say whether or not I believe her, but I do.
Mm,
Um, and so this is for her. I'm burning, Mama. Mama, I'm burning. In a box set on fire while I slept, Mama. A girl faced a bullet head on. She caught a bullet in her eye. She's blind, Mama.
mm,
Something is wrong, Mama. I kept pulling down my skirt, kept checking my lipstick. I was hiding in this box. They found me hiding, Mama. This fire is an uncle you trusted, Mama. An uncle who promised to watch me while you were gone, and while you were gone, in my sleep, the fire burnt me, Mama. While you were gone, while I was sleeping, I forgot to pull down my skirt. I put too much lipstick on. I'm burning, Mama.
mm.
Mama, I'm burning.
Wow. 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 Nice. Beautiful.
Thank you. So this
Um,
poem was also written during the
mm,
RU reference list, which was a movement by a group of Black women during the time of the Me Too movement. In 2016, there was a group of Black women from Rhodes who put a list out of all the sexual offenders who had affected them. And I really kind of wanted to herald those brave women. We need to name and shame our offenders. We need to make it
That's right.
unsafe for men to rape us and to kill us and to maim us. We need to make it unsafe for them to live in this society.
That's right.
And so
Oh. So can you please share one more piece with us? Your last piece, please.
Is this my last piece?
Yes, your last piece.
Okay, so then I'm going to do I want to speak to my children, and also shout out to Black. Yeah, it's so good to connect. Thank you so much, my brother.
That's right.
I want to speak to my children.
Mm-hmm.
Those who have been forced out of their homes in the middle of the night, and those who remain sleeping, warm and comfortable beds. I want to speak to the youth of 76, the children of Sierra Leone, the lost boys of Sudan. I want to hold each and every one of them in my arms and whisper courage into their arms. Tell them how they will spark revolutions, or forever stand as a reminder of our need to repent. I want to assure them that God has not grown tired of them, and that their homes, though broken, are not beyond repairs. Come to me, my little ones. My beautiful ones, come to me. Ours is the bond of mother and child, deeply rooted in the cradle of humankind, reaching far beyond the Sahara and the Kalahari. You, little Anatis and Adewales, you need to know the Nubian truth. You need to know of how the Kush decorated your homes and filled them with art and knowledge and architecture and walls that were books. You need to know that you come from a people who spoke with stars long before they were sold astrology. Bring me my children. Let them come and sit at my feet. I want to tell them magnificent tales of how their fathers were heroes, paint them a portrait of Isandran, and then take them to El Obeid and Sheikh Khan. I want to journey with them to the beautiful, forgotten lands of Adra, where Tetu and Menelik won a colossal victory against the dark forces of colonialism. You see, my children need to know that we have our own epic stories, and that they are the historians of lions who have left many scars on the face of this audacious hunt. And when my children sleep, I need them to dream of the courageous Yasantre, the beautiful Queen Makeda, of Kemet and Timbuktu and Sangoy, of Nkrumah, Nyere, Lumumba. And then I want my children to awake and to write for Gaddafi in South Sudan, right for Zimbabwe and the DRC, right of the Pan-Africanist movements and the hypocrisies of the international criminal courts. Tell us what is to be, my young lion scribes. Call all my children to me. Tell them to come home. Tell them youth is purpose. Tell them to learn and to remember that though history has already been told, there is the future. Beautiful, purposed, triumphant, as we have always been.
Wow. Wow. Vangile, trust me. Your art is captivating. I don't know how to describe it, but you speak to the core of the soul, and it's like you more like a goddess speaking, and you carry the voice of 1,000 gods. Trust me.